everybody. Welcome to tonight's Google Hangout. We are hanging out tonight with Miss Triple Diamond Kristen Anderson. I'm so excited that you're on, girl. Hi. It's going to be so much fun. We have some great tips from the top, just stuff that's helped us build our business, tips we picked up along the way, and we know this is going to be so helpful for you guys. So more tools for your toolbox. Just put them in. Make sure you have pen and paper. Take lots of notes because this is stuff that has inspired us. We've applied in our business, and it gave us that extra push to go for our dreams. So my name is Jessica Abear. I'm a presidential diamond leader with It Works Global, and I am making my four years with this company. My 4th year anniversary on September 16th. I signed up for this crazy wrap thing, sat on it for 5 months, and really didn't do anything with it. Had every excuse in the book, and then finally in March of 2012 decided to get to work, and this business has blessed me ever since. And we have dreamed really big and then decided to redream. So we're excited that you're on the call tonight. We have lots of good stuff. So I'm going to turn it over to Kristen so you can get a little bit about her.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me on your call tonight, Jessica. I feel so honored. Yeah, so everybody, my name is Kristen Anderson. I'm a triple diamond in the company. For those of you that don't know me, I have actually been affiliated with It Works since 2008. I started January 2008. And Melody McFarlane is my aunt, so naturally I got involved because of her. But since then, I have been able to, personally develop myself. I have been able to build my business to Triple Diamond. I am just super excited to change my life and to change the lives of other people as well. So we're just going to get into this, okay? So I'm really excited about what I have to talk about today because this is going to get a little bit real. So I hope that everybody is ready to just take a look at yourself and see what you got to do to make your dreams happen as well, because it's doable. You see me and Jessica over here, we're no different than any one of you. Any one of you can be at the top, and guess what? There's a lot of room that's going to be up there, and you just got to go out for it. Okay, so one of the best things that I have really come to the realization of is that you have to become the person or the leader that you want your team to be. If you want people on your team to do A, B, and C, or do the things that they need to do to build their business, they are going to have to see you do it first. So your team is only going to duplicate what they see and experience. They're not going to duplicate what they hear. It's monkey see, monkey do, not monkey hear, monkey do. So, you just have to repeat things over and over and over again. And you also have to practice them for yourself as well, because duplication trickles down. So one of the things that is really great to think about whenever you're thinking about duplication is a daily method of operation, or income producing activities. What do you need to do for yourself, and what do you need to do with action to grow yourself personally and your business as well? So there are 4 fundamentals that actually go hand in hand with this daily method of operation. And we're going to get real here, guys. So again, I hope you're ready for this. It's about to go down. So number 1 is self-responsibility. You and you alone, not your sponsor, not your spouse, not your children, not your teachers, not your mentors. Nobody is responsible for where you're at any time of your life. It's up to you. If you want the results, you have to be willing to accept that your business and your own actions actually come from within. My Uncle Blair, he has this thing that he says, and, it is not your sponsor's responsibility for you to succeed. And, for me personally, in my business, sometimes I was like, oh my gosh, Aunt Melody, your ambassador, help me, but in reality, if she would have helped me, or if she would have built my business, would I be able to have that accomplishment, that sense of accomplishment, for the things that I've been able to do for my business. So that's one thing that I really just want to, encourage you guys to do, is just be totally self-responsible, because it really does pay.
That is so true. The day I decided to really hold myself accountable, I remember getting a phone call from my upline, and she was out of town, and she was going to come down to New Orleans. I was living in New Orleans at the time, and she was going to host a training and go blitzing with me and kind of get my team going. And I remember thinking, Jane, you don't have to do that. Like, I got this. Go build another leg. Go out there and go build your business. I totally got it. And, that feeling of accomplishment, when you set out a goal and you accomplish it on your own because of hard work and determination and just pure perseverance, you feel so accomplished. You feel so good. You feel so confident. You can look at yourself in the mirror and know that you can do anything. And another piece of that is knowing every day that if you did it once, you can do it again. And if you can accomplish a small goal, of course you can accomplish something bigger, because you can accomplish goals along the way. So, holding yourself accountable and being responsible for your own business is so huge. It's totally up to you to build this business. It's not up to who your sponsor is. It's not up to your husband. It's not up to even the people on your team. It's not up to them to build your business. It's taking responsibility 150%, and you being the runner. I heard this on a Monday night call, and guys, if you want to attract a great distributor, a great recruiter, a great leader, be the leader, just like Kristen said, because you're going to attract who you are. So get out a Post-it note, write on here, get your list together of what the perfect distributor looks like. Who do you want to recruit? What do you want them to do? How involved do you want them to be? And then do those things, because you will recruit that person into your business. And if you're making excuses for blitzing, making excuses to go to events, making excuses to get on calls, making excuses for building your business, you are only going to accept the excuses from your team, from your friends, from your family. So you need to be responsible. That daily method of operation that Kristen said is your accountability list. What does your day look like? How are you holding yourself accountable? What are your daily goals? And then accomplish those. Start with those small steps and accomplish those. And be responsible for yourself all the time. That's the only thing I wanted to add, but I love that. Yeah. Being responsible. It's huge in this business.
It is totally huge. And I love what you said, because when you said to Jane, hey, I got this, go build another leg, that right there is actually going to segue us into our next point, which is self-determination. So yes, figure out what kind of leader you want to be, who you want on your team, accept that accountability, take that responsibility, and do what you want other people to do. And it's going to be a total outcome of whatever you want. And the thing about self-determination, this is where passion is going to show up. It's going to show up in your daily routine. So, you really have to figure out what drives you. What really gets you out of bed and gets you motivated to get out there and blitz, make that one more phone call, go to that one more meeting, talk to that person that's across the room from you, even though you are so scared. It's all about getting out of your comfort zone and just stepping up and stepping out and doing what you need to do to make sure that your income producing activities are consistent. Because self-determination at the end of the day is what is going to set you apart from anyone else. Because it is up to you to build your own business, and it is up to you to be the leader that other people can look up to and mimic and duplicate. But you have to figure out what it is, whether it's a vacation, whether it's to retire your husband, whether it's to even do something as simple as, I don't know, maybe pay for lunch for your coworkers, whatever the case may be. You just need to figure out what gets you out of bed. Because you're going to have to do things that are going to step out of your comfort zone, but you're never going to do that without self-determination.
Yes, and that's exactly what I was about to say. Getting out of your comfort zone. I think this point has so much to do with getting out of your comfort zone. That's self-determination. Self-determination. I mean, say that word, self-determination. What does that mean to you? It means you deciding to do something to get your results. So where does that come from? It has to come from your heart. And I think a lot of that, that determination, like Kristen was naming, all these things. Why are you doing this? Why? And whether it is just to get your free product, get some extra Christmas cash, pay off debt, what is it? And are you willing to get out of your comfort zone to go get it? And if you're kind of on the fence and you're doing this business and you don't really have a huge why, you're probably gonna sit at the same level for a long time. It's gonna take some kind of deep down desire for you to get in motion. Think about this. Your thoughts become oh my goodness, I just lost it.
Habits.
What is it?
Habits.
It's like thoughts become feelings, become actions, become results. So your
Yes.
thoughts are going to lead to your feelings. When you think something, whether it's having that thought of bringing your husband home, maybe he has a job that's like 7 on 7 off and you're with the kids. That was like my situation. That was my why. So thoughts, and that's lead to feelings, and that made me feel bad. I was by myself. I felt like a single mom. I married the man of my dreams, and we wanted babies. We wanted this family, and we never spent any time together. He was always at work, and I felt like he was missing out on all these key moments with our family. And those thoughts led to feelings, and then those feelings led to action. I took action. I took aggressive action. I set daily goals, and I did not let myself off the hook. You're going to feel really good and accomplished when you lay your head on your pillow at night, or you're going to feel really guilty about not building your business. You're going to know that you've passed everybody. If you're in this business, you've felt this before. I should have blitzed her. I should have stopped there. I should have made that follow-up call. I should have checked back with that girl that tried the body wrap. I should have went and passed by and saw if that girl that was interested at Walgreens wants to get the wrap now. So you're going to have those feelings. So when you lay your head down on your pillow, do you want to feel guilty or do you want to feel accomplished? And in the let that be your setup for the next day. Because I know there's so many times in my business I let myself off the hook. Don't do that. Hold yourself accountable. So it goes back to that self-determination, getting out there, getting aggressive, setting a goal, and pushing outside of your comfort zone.
Yes, and just a sidebar to that, we oftentimes hear a lot of myths that are associated with our networking, industry, which is, one big myth that a lot of people don't really understand is that if you do something, but it's, close to nothing, but maybe not a lot, you're going to eventually get to the top. Oh, if I recruit one person a month, if I just recruit one person a week, I'm going to get where I'm going because I'm just going to do it for several, however long, and get to the income or the end outcome. But no, that is such a myth. Success loves speed. Success loves massive action. Success is going to come from bursts and aggressive action. And, another one that we like to tell ourselves is, oh, if I just never give up, I'll get to the top because I haven't given up. No, because that is also a myth that we tell ourselves to let ourselves off the hook, like Jessica said. And, and again, it's all going to come down to, that self determination. But our third point is going to be self motivation. Too many people actually rely on outside motivation. What people don't really realize is that inner motivation is what drives a business. It's why you have to totally be honest with yourself as to why you are doing this business. And just like Jessica said, when your why is clear, you know that any fear that you may have will be bigger than any disappointment or any obstacle that you face or you come across. Because when you have that why so deep seated in your heart, it's going to give you that self responsibility. It's going to give you that self determination. And it's also going to give you that self motivation, because you are going to want to get up out of bed. You're going to want to say, I'm going to do all these things that I want to do for my life, for my family, for all these different things, the why. So if your why isn't clear, you really need to sit down and figure out why you are doing this business. Because if you're not in line with your why, or as we like to say, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not big enough. So, get real, get real. Why are you doing this? Because at the end of the day, you are the one that is the deciding factor on whether your business grows or not. And that is just huge. It's got to come from within. You got
It
to have self.
totally does. It totally does. Your motivation. I've heard this once before, and I thought it was so good. You're going to be motivated in the process. If you're watching this right now and you're like, oh, I just can't seem to get it going, just do something. Just do one. Get out there today and go blitz 10 people. Go, make it a goal to go out and wrap one person. So setting these little goals and getting out there, when you start seeing results, you're going to be motivated to do more. That is going to be so exciting. I went out today and I was on a mission to blitz. I had a stack of blitz cards. I was like, I am not coming home until these are gone. And ended up getting a potential, ended up selling a couple of wraps. And it was just so exciting. When that happens, it's exciting and you're motivated. So tomorrow, I'm like, I cannot wait to get back out there and go blitz, because I was motivated in the process. When I was leaving the house, was I motivated? I was motivated by my why. That's why I went. But once I got out there, I got excited. It was fun. I had great conversations with people that heard about the company and they were interested. One girl was like so excited about booking her party. So, that was motivating to me. I got to meet complete strangers and make new friends and just have casual conversation. I love that about this business. I love making friends. That's why I love this business so much. I love making friends and I love helping people. So I am like, could this get any better? Plus I get paid. I mean, make money, have fun, and help people. That's my motto. And we get to do all three of those. So when I'm out there in that environment and those three things are happening, I am super motivated. I'm so excited.
Yeah, for sure. And, another thing that oftentimes holds someone back is they say that I don't know anybody. But that is why you use this business to go and meet new people and you become best friends. In fact, my best friends I've actually met through this business. I didn't know these people before, but they are more than my best friends. They are my family. And,
Yeah.
I built my entire organization on a completely cold market, completely cold. I didn't know a single person that got me to Triple Diamond before I started this business. So it's not about who you know, it's about who you meet and then about who they know. But that does bring us to our last point for our fundamentals of our daily method of operations, and that is self functionality. So, we have the self motivation, we have the self responsibility, and we have the self determination. And all of those three components actually make up self functionality. So, you need to ask yourself, what's going to keep you positive and in a productive state? That's going to get your inner motivation. You're going to get with your why. You're going to figure out why you're doing this. And you actually have to have a belief in what you have and what you do, because oftentimes a lot of people think that, oh, they're not going to buy it, or oh, they're not going to like it. And just like Jessica said, you want to throw it out into the universe and write it down who your perfect distributor is. Say awesome things to yourself and affirmations that you attract women into your business every single day that want to help change people's lives with you, whatever it is. But you have to have that sheer confidence and belief in your product, in your business, in your motivations and in your intent in your heart. And the only thing that's going to do that is that inner self determination, motivation, and that responsibility. And you just have to protect your spirit. You have to guard your mind. You have to, believe that you're doing them a favor. You are doing others a favor when you share this business with them, because you are one blitz card away from changing another person's life, just like it's changed your life. So why would you want to hide that? Why wouldn't you want to go out and tell people about it? It's because of that non-belief. If you don't have the belief with the why, with the determination, you really need to sit down and do some reevaluating and see what you can do, because the ultimate thief of your future is negative self-talk. Successful businesses cannot afford the luxury of even one negative comment. So it is very important that you harness all of these skills together, accept the responsibility. It's not your sponsor's responsibility for you to be successful. It is your own. It is your mindset. It is your confidence. It is your determination, your motivation, and of course, your self-responsibility. So all of these components are just really amazing and very insightful, that are going to get you to where you need to be that duplicatable leader.
Yes, that is awesome. Well said, girl. I hope you guys are taking notes. This call is recorded, so you can go back and watch it again or listen to it, a second time. Send it on to maybe someone on your team that you think could benefit from it. Self-functioning is huge. And I love this. At what level are you functioning at? As a distributor, evaluate yourself right now. Are you functioning as just a distributor? Are you just getting loyal customers? Are you functioning at an executive? Are you functioning as a ruby, as an emerald, as a diamond? If you want to be diamond, are you functioning as a diamond? If you want to be double, triple, prez, ambassador, are you functioning like an ambassador diamond? Are you treating your business and doing things an ambassador diamond would do? If you're not, you can't expect those results. You have to be functioning at a high pace. And I know Kristen can, testify to this with her own business. Working your business and working on a promotion are two completely different things, right?
Yes.
They are night and day. Working your business is just working your business. You're going through the daily routine. You're blitzing, you're rapping, you're talking to people, doing three-way calls, setting up meetings, going to events. But when it comes down to a promotion, you don't eat, you don't sleep, it is like your full focus. Guys, your focus is power. Where you focus your energy, they say where attention goes, where focus. What is wrong with me tonight? Is it too late or something? I think I'm just hungry. I can't function when I'm hungry. I turn into those Snickers commercials when I get hungry. Where energy flows, where attention goes. Thank you, God. Energy flows where attention goes. So where is your energy? What are you focusing on? Is it to get the loyal customer? Is it to build to Ruby? What are you focusing on? Is it to get out there and rap someone? Whatever you're focusing on, that where positive energy is gonna go, and it's gonna move. You're gonna see some kind of results when you stay focused on something. So, tonight before you go to bed, get out that pen and paper and write down what's your goal for tomorrow, and decide tonight, how are you going to start running your business? Are you going to start running your business like a diamond leader? Are you going to start running your business like a double diamond leader? Make those decisions and get focused, guys. It's focused energy. And just like she said, it is about, functioning at a high pace in your business and being focused. But another thing is taking that in every realm of your life. Take care of your health. Tonight, but after dinner, our whole family, we've been doing this every night for about a week now. We go for a walk around the block. The kids ride their bike, Mariah and I walk, and it's a time for me to get away from my cell phone and just do a walk and enjoy being outside and get some fresh air. So, your body needs that. Immerse yourself in inspirational books. What are you reading? I have a stack of books on my desk. What to say while talking to yourself. I have Go for No. This is my devotional. Your best life now. This every time I'm praying on something and I need it to an answer from God, He reminds me, just go read this book. And I go in and it's a short devotional for the day and it always tells me exactly what I need to be hearing. The Blessed Life, Fearless. Carla Burns went over this book. This is an incredible book. Are you having a hard time pushing past your comfort zone because there's fear? You know what, guys? There's a book that you can read that'll address that. Get it done. If fear is holding you back, then handle it like you would a child that's being disobedient or something that's out of alignment. If fear is that big of a distraction in your business, you have everything inside of you to handle it. So man up and handle it. Do what you got to do. Read a book. Stop being fearful. You don't need to be fearful. So many books, devotionals. I have all my journals. Are you journaling? Are you writing down where you want to be? Or before you go to bed, are you visualizing people coming into your business? Are you visualizing yourself on stage? You know, this might sound really simple or really silly. This is my microphone. It looks kind of funny. I was Elvis. I had an Elvis costume. Like, actually, I was playing beer pong, and then like the next morning, I found that I was pregnant. But I was Elvis, and I had an Elvis costume. You know what? And I'm like, hi, this is Jessica Abear, Ambassador, Diamond Leader. So it's silly, but you have to see yourself. Yeah, right? Whoop, 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 whoop. You have to see yourself there. You have to see it. Guys, everything that happens in your life happens up here first. You have to see it in your mind before you see it in your eyes. So write it out. Get really clear on that visual. Be a student of success. Have the ability to focus. I'm super ADD. I can go from like one conversation to the other and never forget what I'm talking about. And I can have 10 conversations at one time and be really excited about all of them. So it's for me to focus. It's like, okay, no one bother me. I have got to get this done. And if you're weak in that point, if you know that you start something, don't finish it, that is something you need to work on to be successful. Be fully present in your interactions. When you are meeting someone, when you are blitzing someone, listen to what they're saying. Listen. Don't think about what you're going to say next. Don't think about how they're going to be the best distributor or loyal customer in the whole world. Don't think about their network of friends, how she could have a rap party and you can rap all their people and she's going to be your new diamond. Don't think about that. Focus on what they're saying. Just be the best distributor you can be and help them meet their needs. And I promise you, if you're able to listen and help them see results, they will bring people out the woodwork to see you. So listen, treat people how you want to be treated. When you're wearing your It Works, gear, don't be rude to somebody at the grocery store. You are representing a team. It's like we are a team. Everybody who is wearing an It Works shirts. When Kristen goes out and blitzes, she's representing me. And when I go out and blitz, I'm representing her. So how you carry yourself and how you work your business is a reflection of all of us. Create your own business philosophy. And that's just basically, how are you going to do your business? What is it going to mean to you? What does your business model look like? Do you have a mission statement? Why are you doing this? So my mission statement is have fun, make money, and help people. That's what I've been saying from the very beginning. Those three things are simple. They sound good and they work. So what is your mission statement? Kristen, you did an amazing job tonight. I think we got like a lot of really good meat and potatoes. People can actually take these 4 things, look at their business, evaluate where they are and where they want to be, and then make those changes. And that's kind of what we're wanting to do over these next couple of weeks, is give them things that, like I said, put in their toolbox, and then they can make adjustments, in their business.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on. And I do just want to leave everybody with a little bit of homework, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's great.
I just had my team do this. Hopefully they've done it. But I actually have, oh gosh, I have a sheet of paper that I write down everything that I'm thankful for every single day, just one thing. I also have an affirmation book where I write my story that I want as if it's already happened.
I love it.
Having this letter to yourself is something I feel is so important because it makes you focus on the things that you want and not on the things that you have. And when you are personally developing yourself, or you're, affirming yourself, or trying to get into a better mindset, sometimes it's easy to look at, oh, well, I really want that car, but I don't have it. Or, oh, I really want a husband, or I don't have him. You just have to get all of that junk out of your mind, focus on what you want, and write a letter to yourself. Think about what you want in your life and write it as if it's already happened. Because I guarantee you, when you read that letter in a year from now, you're going to be able to say, oh, I did that. Or, oh my gosh, that happened. Or, oh, I forgot I even said that, but it just happened yesterday. I want that for you guys. So I definitely just want to leave you with that. Write that letter to yourself. It's worth it.
I love it. I love that. Thank you so much for that tip. And everybody go do your homework before you go to bed tonight. That's such an exciting exercise to do, to look back and see all that God has done in your life. So thanks, girl. Have a great night. Give Mel a hug and a kiss from us. We love you guys, and we'll see you really soon. We'll see you guys on the 26th at Nashville U, and woo, it'd be fun. All right, girl.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see
Bye,
you
everyone.
soon. Bye.